think around the time I was like 10, 11, I started really finding out that I was really into music and told myself that I was going to be a singer, even though I didn't pursue it for a long time after the fact. I was already like in acting classes, but I hadn't really like performed in a big production in front of people. Even though at this point I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be an actor. But I'd never done it really. And that I was maybe like 16, 17. I was 17. I literally just auditioned for the school play and I wanted the smallest role, but I just was like auditioning for like the brother who says like 2 words, like comes in like, and leaves. And I got cast as the lead. My first acting gig I did professionally was I did an HP commercial with my brother and my dad actually, and this was maybe like 2 months out of school. But it was a really nice experience to have because I don't think really anyone in my family, like I don't come from actors or like anyone in the industry, and me pursuing this, my family really kind of didn't know what that meant, especially my dad. So it was nice to have that as like my first professional paid acting experience with them there, so they could kind of get the gist of what that entails, even though it was like a drop in the bucket of what actually like happened. I honestly haven't given harmonies a thought. I think one thing I want people to know about me is that I genuinely care about either the art of singing or making music or the art of acting, whether it be theater or film, is that I genuinely care about it so much. Like, sometimes I look at people and I'm like, oh, like, you've been given like a gift from the universe or God or whoever, and you are meant to be performing and doing this. And I mean, I don't expect anybody to think that way about me, but it would be cool if they did. I love to do it so much, and I've made a lot of sacrifices to be able to do it, and I hope that like shows how much I care about it. I don't know.
I think the first time I saw Sid, they used to just play alone, just guitar, and would sing, and the music was a lot different back then. It's definitely come a really, really long way, but I just remember thinking it was so brave just to be alone on a stage, especially usually when at those shows the other acts were big, loud, like punk bands and stuff like that, so it was always kind of dope, and it's cool to see how it's evolved over time.
One word to describe Sid would definitely be charismatic. He's got like a certain energy to him that just kind of like, I don't know, brings all of the songs together, brings all of us as people together. It's a really good energy when we play music together, for sure. And just hanging out, you know.
I was gonna say a joke answer. I was gonna say dope as hell, because we have I really like our relationship because we laugh a lot together, and we're always having a good time. There's never a dull moment. I feel like we're always just making each other laugh. So dope would be the best word to describe that, in my opinion.
Honestly, I just thought he was pretty talented. I kind of was around these guys a lot, and then I saw Sid at a few shows. At one point, I wasn't familiar with the earlier stuff at the time, but Capital B dropped, and I was hooked on it, so just thought he was super talented.
I don't think he has any reason to dislike you.
I literally just rip off artists that I like. I literally will sit in the studio with Billy and be like, hey, you know this song on this album by this artist? Yeah, I'm thinking of doing something like that in this part of the song. Sometimes I'm like trying to describe something to him, and he's like, oh, like this, and then immediately does it. And I'm like, yeah, exactly that. Like, I don't even know why I sat here for 20 minutes trying to describe it, because you already knew what I was talking about. I think he's very intuitive and creative, and that's why I love to work with him. I'm going to be so honest, I truly just bite off of the artist that I like, which I think everyone
in my
does.
head about this because it's the first line of the entire, like, this is how the record opens up.
I'd say early acting wise, casting people didn't really know what they were looking for when they were talking about trans people. So it would literally be me, like they'd have like literally every trans person in the tri-state area. I honestly want to say, like, before like Orange is the New Black and like Laverne Cox, like casting was just so weird. It was just like really strange. The DIY scene on Long Island is a boys club, and it's a white boys club. I mean, every guy I play with is a white guy. We're on the run again. The guys I like to play with and the guys I like to make music with are all like I like to think that they're good people, you know? And I don't want to be surrounded by people who aren't. I probably have an easier time navigating, you know, music as a trans person, like as a trans guy, than I would probably in this scene as a trans woman, you know. That's not something I stand on proudly, but it's a boys club, it's a white boys club, and it's definitely not a white gay boys club, but I've never really been given an issue about who I am with anyone. I have been really grateful for the people that I've met. I think my favorite part, I know my favorite part of performing, because I think this translates with both acting and singing, is that there's a certain feeling that you get when you nail the note just like point blank, or you deliver the line exactly the way you wanted to deliver it, or you're getting the emotion across exactly the way you feel like the intention should be. And it's like a crazy high. That's the only way I can explain it, and that is my absolute favorite part of performing.